अध्याय 8 श्लोक 21 अव्यक्तोऽक्षर इत्युक्तः तमाहुः परमां गतिम् यं प्राप्य न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम। The ultimate goal is moksha. The Shastra talks about 4 purusharthas. Among the 4 purusharthas, moksha is the ultimate purushartha, which is called parama purushartha. When we say moksha is parama purushartha, people often get a doubt. Does the Shastra mandate moksha? Does the Shastra say everyone has to pursue moksha only? In other words, is moksha an obligation? Is moksha an obligatory pursuit? If you ask this, the answer is no. Moksha is not an obligatory pursuit. The Shastra does not compel everyone to pursue moksha. How can you say this? Because the same Shastra which is talking about moksha also recommends sadhana for other purusharthas. For example, if somebody wants to earn money, sadhana is mentioned. If somebody wants to get children, sadhana is mentioned. Putreshtya yajeta putrakamaha. Those who want children should perform a yajna called putreshti. Likewise, if you want swarga, if you want to go to a loka called swarga, even then sadhanas are mentioned. So many forms of yajnas are prescribed as a means to reach swarga. Therefore, the Shastra does not prescribe moksha as the only mandatory goal. But then the Shastra says it is the choice of a wise man. Moksha is the choice of a wise person. It is a choice of wisdom. Kathopanishad. Shreyo hi dhirobhi preyaso vrinite. Preyo mando yogakshemad vrinite. There are two pursuits, Shreyaha and Preyaha. Shreyaha is moksha. Preyaha is any goal other than moksha. It may be the material pursuit in this world, or it may be the pursuit of Swarga also. Even the pursuit of Swarga is Preyaha. I want to go to Swarga. It will also come under Preyaha. According to our Shastra, going to Swarga is not the spiritual pursuit. It is moksha. So, if someone is wise, dhiraha, then he will pursue only shreyaha, moksha. Preyo mando yogakshemad vrinite. Whereas the other pursuit, preyaha, it is chosen by people who are not so wise. Mandaha. Therefore, moksha is the choice of the wise. Why it is the choice of the wise? Because it is the eternal goal. The goal that is permanent is moksha. We have seen this elaborately in the last few verses. Abrahma bhuvana lokah punaravartinorjuna. All the other goals, even reaching Brahmaloka, is subject to punaravartanam, subject to return. This statement implies that any other goal is temporary. Any other purushartha is temporary. Mamupetya tu kaunteya punarjanmana vidyate. So, unlike other pursuits, the moksha pursuit is eternal. Therefore, a wise man chooses moksha. Now Paramatma says What is moksha? Moksha is nothing but the Swarupa of Paramatma himself. Paramatma Swarupameva moksha. Therefore, in this verse, Krishna is describing the moksha, the ultimate goal, as the Paramatma Swarupa itself. Avyaktaha. The Paramatma is called Avyaktaha. In this very chapter, we have seen the usage of the word Avyakta in three meanings. One meaning of Avyakta is Maya. Maya is called Avyakta because it is unmanifest. Then another meaning of Avyakta it is Hiranyagarbhasya Swapavastha. The state of Hiranyagarbha's sleep is called Avyakta. When Hiranyagarbha is dormant, the dormant state of Hiranyagarbha is called Avyakta. Avyaktād vyaktayas sarvāha prabhavantyah in that shloka. Then the third meaning of Avyakta. Avyakta is used in another sense. It is to describe Paramatma, to describe Brahman. We use the word Avyakta. Brahman is also called Avyakta because Brahman is not available to the senses. Indriya agocharatvat avyakta shabdavachyam Brahma. Since Brahman is not available to the senses, Brahman is called Avyakta. So, Avyaktaha. Paramatma is Avyaktaha. And the Avyakta is Aksharaha. Aksharaha ityuktaha. He is described as Akshara. Naksharati iti Aksharam. The imperishable, free from destruction. Meaning eternal. Avyakta is called Akshara. Avyakta, who is the Paramatma, is called Akshara. Tam paramam gatim ahuhu. This Akshara is Paramagatihi. It is the ultimate goal. The choice of a wise man or a woman. Why it is paramagati? Yam prapya na nivartante. On attaining the avyakta, on attaining the akshara, one does not return to samsara. That means it is eternal. Once you get moksha, once you get Paramatma, there is no more samsara. Tat mama paramam dhama. It is my ultimate dhama, ultimate nature. Mama dhama, the avyakta akshara, which is called moksha, is my dhama, my nature, my swarupa. It is nothing other than Paramatma Swarupa. And it is Paramam. It is the ultimate, the supreme. Shloka 22. पुरुषस्स परः पार्थ भक्त्या लभ्यस्त्वनन्यया यस्यान्तस्थानि भूतानि येन सर्वमिदं ततम्. The main purport of this shloka is to remind of the sadhana to attain the Paramatma, the ultimate goal. What is the sadhana? Ananya bhaktihi is the sadhana. Ananya bhakti. If you keep the words separate, it will be Ananya Bhaktihi. If you make a compound, combine the two words, then it will be Ananya Bhaktihi. Ananya cha asau bhaktihi ananya bhaktihi iti karmadharayaha. Narada Bhakti Sutra describes ananyata as anyashayatyaga. Anyashayatyaga ananyata. Giving up all other supports. Giving up all other dependencies at the emotional level is called ananyata. In the bhakti, there has to be ananyata. Bhakti involves cultivating dependence on Ishvara. Taking Ishvara as the support. If we have to take Ishvara as the support, we have to give up dependence on other supports. In other words, giving up of all other attachments. Attachment to the relations, attachment to wealth, attachment to social status. Generally, we live on these attachments. We depend on various external sources for our emotional support. Therefore, bhakti involves shifting our attachment, shifting our dependence to Ishvara. So, Ananya Bhakti is prescribed as the sadhana to attain moksha. Then one may get a question. Very often we hear Jnana is the sadhana to attain Paramatma. Jnanadeva Kaivalyam. Now, why Krishna is making this statement? Bhaktya labhyaha. Paramatma is attained through bhakti. Here we should remember that Krishna is not deviating from the original principle, that jnana is the means for moksha. If you see before this chapter, as well as if you see after this chapter, Krishna is very clear. Jnana is the way to moksha. Then why in this particular section Krishna talks about bhakti as a means to attain Paramatma? We should remember the context. This chapter deals with the krama mukti. This chapter is not about sadhyo mukti. Sadhyo mukti means attaining moksha immediately. It is possible only with the jnana. But then some people are not ready for jnana. Not some people. Majority of the people are not ready for jnana. Even those who are listening to Vedanta are generally not ready for jnana. then what is the way for them? Krishna says, cultivate bhakti, perform upasana, cultivate dependence on Paramatma, and it will take you to Paramatma in due course of time. Through the process of Krama Mukti. That is why here Krishna is prescribing Ananya Bhakti as the upaya, as the sadhana, as the way to attain Paramatma. Now, while talking about Paramatma, who is the goal, Krishna finds an opportunity to describe the Paramatma, to describe Brahman. The second half is a beautiful description of Brahman. Yasyantasthani bhutani yena sarvamidam tatam. Very wonderful description of Paramatma. Yasya antasthani bhutani. Bhutani refers to all the objects. In Vedanta, when we say object, we should remember that an object comprises of name and form, nama and rupa. Therefore, bhutani refers to all the names and forms, all the nama rupa. Everything that we see, everything that we hear, everything that we call with the name is included in bhutani. Some of them may be gross, some of them may be subtle, some of them may be abstract, but all are bhutani. Yasya antasthani. Antastha means present inside. Antaha tishtati iti antastha. Antastham. That which is present inside is called antastha. All the bhutas are in Brahman. All the names and forms are in Brahman. They are in the womb of Brahman. This should be understood properly. Let us take any object. The object that is in front of me. I have a laptop in front of me, a computer. and all of you are there in my computer screen. That is how it looks like. All of you are in my computer screen. You means your picture. See, fortunately or unfortunately, I can never see you. If I have said I have seen someone, what does it mean? I have only seen somebody's body. I cannot even see your body fully. I can only see your skin, your eyeballs, little bit hair. That is what I see. We never see the Atma. We see only the body. And at present I cannot see your body also directly. I can only see your pictures in my computer screen. Now, that apart, where is my laptop? It is on a table. Where is the table? The table is in this room. Where is this room? It is in this building. Where is this building? It is on the planet Earth. The building is in Earth. Where is the Earth? It is in space. Earth is in space. Where is space? Where is space? Everything is in the womb of space. But where is space? Space is in Brahman. Brahman is the support of space. There is no object without existence. We cannot think of any object without existence. Is. What is the is? The is a Brahman, Sat. Therefore, every object is supported by Brahman. Every object rests on Brahman for its existence, relies on Brahman for its existence. Therefore, the Vedanta says, Brahman is the adhisthana of the Jagat. Jagataha adhishthanam Brahma. Brahman is the support of the universe, support of all the names and forms. There cannot be Jagat without Brahman. In other words, Brahman is the Vastu, the substance. Just like any ornament cannot exist without gold, because gold is the substance of the ornament. Likewise, Brahman is the substance of everything, the Vastu. Vastu means a substance. Therefore, everything is resting on Brahman. Just like every ornament is resting on gold. And from this we can also arrive at another conclusion. Yena sarvamidam tatam. Yena idam sarvam tatam. Tatam means vyaptam. Idam sarvam means idam shabdavachyam sarvam. Everything that can be called this. What is called this? Anything that is object. The object of consciousness, object of knowledge is called this, idam. It includes the entire external world and it includes our body also. Even our body is idam, this. But because of mistake, we call I. We use the word I for this body. Aham manushyaha. I am a human being. I am young. I am old. We identify with the body as aham. But in reality, even the body does not deserve aham. It deserves only idam, this. Idam shabdavachyam. And so is our mind. Even the mind is an object of the consciousness. Therefore, body, senses, mind, everything is included in the Jagat. Idam shabdavachyam Jagat. This Jagat, which deserves to be called idam, is pervaded by the Brahman, the substance. Yena sarvamidam tatam. It pervades everything. The all-pervasive Brahman, the all-pervasive reality. Since it is all-pervasive, the Vedanta calls it by another word, Purushaha. Purayati sarvam iti Purushaha. Since he fills everything, he is called Purusha. Everything is filled by Brahman as the substance. Therefore, he is called Purushaha. This Purusha the Paramatma, the Brahman, Ananyaya Bhaktya Labhyaha. He is attained by Ananya Bhakti. Next shloka. Yatra kale tvanavrittim avrittinchaiva yoginaha prayatayanti tankalam Vakshyami Bharatarshabha. Often people get a question, what happens after death? Where will we go after death? To get an answer, we have to rely on the Shastra. Because to know what happens after death, Shastra is the only pramana. Now, the Shastra talks about 4 possibilities after death. There are 4 possibilities. Number 1, the first possibility, this is about a jnani, a Brahmajnani, who has understood very well that he is nothing other than Brahman, and he has lost the identification with the body. Such a Brahmajnani, when he dies, the Shastra says, na tasya prana utkramanti. His pranas do not go anywhere. Means he does not have a journey after death. His jiva does not travel anywhere after death. Then what happens? Atraiva samavaniyante. His pranas disintegrate, resolve. He becomes free from all confinements. He becomes free from a localized identity and merges with the Brahman. So after death, a jnani remains as Brahman himself, as Paramatma himself. There is no separate localized identity for a jnani after death. It is called Videha Mukti in the Vedantic terminology. a jnani attains videha mukti. This is one possibility, and this happens only for Brahmajnanis. Then there is another possibility which we have been discussing in this chapter. This possibility is with respect to a bhakta, one who has the ananya bhakti. He is highly devoted to Ishvara, but not a jnani. He has not attained Brahmajnana, but he is highly devoted to Ishvara. Since he is highly devoted to Ishvara, he remembers the Ishvara at the time of death and leaves the body. Then he will have a gati. Gati means a journey. A journey of the jiva after death is called gati. He goes through a special path, and the special path is called Shukla Gati. And he will go to Brahmaloka. The Shukla Gati takes him to Brahmaloka, and in Brahmaloka he gets Atmajnana. And when the lifespan of the Brahmadeva gets over, during the Prakrita Pralaya, when the lifespan of Brahmadeva gets over, he also attains Videha Mukti along with the Brahmadeva. This is called Krama Mukti. So, Krama Mukti through Shukla Gati is another possibility, and this is possible only to a bhakta who has done upasana. Then there is another possibility, possibility number 3. There are people who have Shraddha in the Shastra. They are Astikas. Being Astika, they have performed all the enjoined karmas, all the Vihita karma. The karmas that are enjoined by the Shastra, they have performed those karmas in their life. They have led a life of values, a dharmika life. But they have not done any upasana, at least not much of upasana, even if they have done a little. But they have done karma, all the good actions, like yajna. They have performed many yajnas and pujas. They have performed a lot of dana, and they have performed some tapas also. Such virtuous people, they are called Kevala Karminaha. Kevala Karmi. Kevala Karmi means they have done only karma with the exclusion of upasana. They have not done upasana along with the karma. Such people go by another path known as Krishna Gati. Another path of transmigration. And through Krishna Gati, they will go to Swarga. Swarga is a loka below Brahma loka. In the hierarchy of lokas, Swarga is lesser than Brahma loka. They go to Swarga and enjoy pleasure in Swarga for a length of time, for a good duration of time. As they enjoy the Swargaloka, their punya responsible for the Swargaloka exhausts. They exhaust their punya through the enjoyment in Swargaloka. When their punya is exhausted, they will have to be reborn as human beings. This is another possibility. Possibility number 3. Through Krishna Gati, you go to Swarga, enjoy the Swarga for a good duration of time, and then return to this world. Now there is one more possibility, the 4th possibility. Suppose someone is a Nastika. He does not have any Shraddha in the Shastras. Or he may have some Shraddha in the Shastra, but he does not have the self-discipline to follow the injunctions of the Shastra. Both are possible. Some people do not have any Shraddha in the Shastra, therefore they violate the Shastra. And some other people, they may have Shraddha, but they do not have the self-discipline to follow the injunctions of the Shastra. Therefore, they violate the Shastra. Shastra vidhi mutsrajya vartate kamakarataha. He disrespects the injunctions of the Shastra, ignores the injunctions of the Shastra, and lives a lifestyle of his choice, does what he likes, follows his own whims and fancies. Then what happens? A lifestyle without dharma, what happens? The Shastra says he will get adhogati. Pashwadi sthavaranta adhogatihi. He may be born as a pashu, as an animal, or even as a sthavara, a plant, etc. He will get adhogati. These are the four possibilities. Among the four possibilities, the second and third possibilities are discussed here. In the second possibility, it is a Shuklagati, which takes a person to Brahmaloka. And third possibility, it is Krishnagati, which takes the Jiva to Swarga. Therefore, in these two, there are two paths, two margas or two gatis. One is Shuklagati, another is Krishnagati. So these two gatis, these two paths, you can call them gati or you can call them marga. Both are okay. So they are discussed in the following four shlokas. We will see them in the following session. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.